Today I was thinking, what can I have for dinner that'd be nice and savory, but really easy to prep, you know, to cook up. So I decided that I'm going to make me some Sloppy Joe spaghetti. That's going to be really easy to prep. I go all tongue-tying going. That'll be really easy to prepare, but it's going to be nice and savory, and of course, we're going to freeze dry a whole freeze dryer load of it, and I'm going to eat what's left over. So what are we going to use for this recipe? Very simple ingredients. I got one 1-pound box of angel hair spaghetti noodles. I got 3 cans of Manwich, and I like the bold flavor. So I bought 3 cans of bold Manwich sauce and 4 pounds of 93% lean ground beef. That's all we're going to use today. So let's get this ground beef all browned up. I've got a pot of water on the stove over there, boiling. Put that on high. Press start, and we're going to brown this ground beef. That'll take a few minutes, so I'll see you when this is all browned up. All right, the noodles are over in the sink draining. I have drained the fat from this ground beef. So let's add our Manwich to the saucepan. Just like that. Now we'll stick this on low. Let's go medium. And we'll just simmer that up for a few minutes. Bring it up to temperature. All right. So, got that heated up. Here's my box, 1-pound box of angel hair noodles drained. We are just going to mix in our slop. Let's just get that well incorporated. Oh yeah, it's looking good. All right, let's get our trays out going. 0 out pounds. And this is for a medium 4-shelf Harvest Right freeze dryer, which recommends about 10 pounds of food. So we divide 10 by 4, you get 2.5. So our goal is to put 2.5 pounds of this lovely Sloppy Joe spaghetti on there. Alright, that's 2.5 pounds. Let's get that nice and spread out. Let's get our nice dividers. And we'll divide that into 10 squares. Just like that. Cool. Now, I got 2 more to do. We'll get that done off camera and I'll be right back. Well, there you go. 3 trays, 2.5 pounds each. So there's 7.5 pounds of Sloppy Joe spaghetti. Poor old John. That's what I ended up left. That's my dinner tonight. I think we're gonna have to squeeze a sandwich or something in there. Let's see what this tastes like. Fresh. Oh yeah. So, that's good. Very good. You'll enjoy that. You got kids, they'll really enjoy that. So I'm gonna let this finish cooling down. Once it's cooled down enough, I'm gonna throw it into the freezer, get it frozen solid, And once it's frozen solid, we'll fire up the freeze dryer and it'll tell me when to put it in. I'll put it in, and next time you see this, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'll see you then, and I'm gonna enjoy what's left of my dinner there. I'll see you then. All right, these are fresh out of the freeze dryer. Just packaged those, what you saw in the earlier video, and they're still very warm. My freeze-dried Sloppy Joe spaghetti. I'm looking forward to having some of this. So, we package these 3 squares per meal pouch, which is plenty of a meal for me. I just give it a little gentle crumble, that way maintain the integrity of a lot of the noodles. And set them off to the side. So let me get these packaged up real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got those in the bag. Let's open our 300cc O2 absorbers, which I purchase in packs of 10, which is very convenient because 10 is how many meals I make per load. Alright, so we're going to drop one 300cc O2 absorber in there, and we'll go ahead and zip it shut. Let me get this done off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, all the O2s are in there, and I got them Ziploc shut. Just wait for this to heat up, which I've set it on 125. That's what I use for my 7 mil bags, and that works pretty good for me. So we'll let this heat up, and I'll be right back. Alright, the light has gone out. Let's go ahead and get these sealed up. There you go. Turn that off. Unplug that. And we'll let that cool down. And we'll leave these sitting out for a day or two just to make sure everything stays nice and sealed. Like I say, I never really have a problem with that heat sealer. Point I'll make on this though, by the way, while we're at it, if you have one of these, see this end Allen key plug right here? There's one on each end, and I noticed that they work themselves loose for some reason. It's not a friction point or anything, just probably from the heat expanding and contracting of the heated bar. Those work themselves out, so just keep an eye on that. And when it gets far out like that, that's about almost 1/4 of an inch, I should imagine, sticking out. I'll get my Allen key sets and just screw that back in. And let's see, while you're at it, you want to go ahead and check all your other screws on here, just in that Phillips head, or star shaped, my ex would call it, head screwdriver, and just give those a little snug, because this does heat up and expand, and it contracts, expands and contracts, and those can work themselves loose. Mine did this, and one of these screws actually fell out because I wasn't paying attention to it, and luckily I had another one of these, the smaller version, because I lost the screw. And it is a pain to get this totally apart to replace that screw, because it's a nut and screw. So the nut falls off inside, but you lose the screw. And you've got to get in there somehow and hold that nut to tighten the screw. So it's pretty good. Probably be a good practice every now and then. Just go with your screwdriver and give that a nice snug, save any hassle in the future. But other than that, I just love this. It's a fantastic heat sealer. Does a great job. Puts what I call a corrugated seal on that, nice and wide. You can line it up with the top of the pouch so you can still get to your tear notches, which I can't use on a 7mm bag. My hands aren't strong enough to tear 7mm bags, so I gotta use scissors. But I'm sure there's some people out there that could just rip that right like that. So there you go. Next time you see these, might be later this evening for dinner, I might have one of these, I think. So we'll come back and reconstitute one of those pouches and let you see what it comes back like. I'll see you then. All right, who's ready for a taste test? I know I am. Time for dinner, and we're gonna get right into my sloppy Joe spaghetti. Let's get it open. I've been kind of behind on my videos, and this is set here for a couple of weeks. O2 absorber out. Oh yeah, it's done its job. So we're gonna put my standard 3/4 of a cup of water in there. All right. Let's zip that shut. Get the old timer going. We're gonna let that run for 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right. That's been my first 2 minutes. Let's give that a nice little stir. Oh man, that looks good. That's gonna fill my belly. I'm looking forward to this. All right. Now let's go ahead and start that timer for another 2 minutes. While that 2 minutes is running, it's been a while since I kind of told you about my meal pouches. I buy these meal pouches from topmylar.com. And they're called a single meal pouch. They make a slightly bigger one called a double meal pouch. But for me, a single person, I enjoy the single meal pouch. And it holds a pretty good amount of food, quite enough for me for a meal. And like I said, I get these from topmylar.com. And they're 7mm thick. They're wider than they are deep, so that your utensil can get to the bottom and you can eat it right out of the pouch. They're designed to hold boiling water, and they have 2 codes for you that you can use on checkout. The first one that we've had for years now, they have allowed me to share with you the code BIBS, B-I-B-S. And with that code, on orders of $50 or more, you'll save $5. That's a very generous code. They've also got a more newer coupon code, which is a single-use only code. And what that one is BIBS10, B-I-B-S-10, all one word, BIBS10. And what you do with that one is for your entire order, you get 10% off. Now, it's a single-use only code, so I recommend that use that code, coupon stroke code, for a large order, because you can only use it one time. But no matter what you order on their website, combine it all together, you go to the cart, and there you have, use that code and you'll get 10% off the whole order, no matter how much it is. That's a really, really good code. And just to give you a heads up, if you use that code, I do get a small percentage of that sale for, I get to earn a small percentage of that sale. So we've had that for 2 minutes in there, a total of 4 minutes. Let's see what this came out like. You can see how that fork is in there, and you can eat it right out of the pouch. But as always, I like to dish it out for you. That way you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Look at that. Does that look good or what? You know it does. You know it. Oh my. I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to get all of it out of there, all that goodness. All right. So let's don't waste any time and get in there and see what it tastes like. Oh yeah. Those noodles have come back perfectly. The ground beef has come back perfectly. It always does for me, ground beef. And the noodles we used angel hair because those do rehydrate very quickly. If you use a thicker noodle, I do have a video out showing you a process that you could try. It works great for me on your macaroni and that type of big thicker noodles to get those to come back in 5 minutes. But for spaghetti type dishes, I like to use the angel hair. Or ramen noodles, because ramen noodles come back very well too. But this came back beautifully. Nice and tangy and sweet. I'm going to enjoy this off camera. So I hope you enjoyed the video. You can throw together this one pretty easily, very, very quickly, and get it in that freezer and into your storage, long-term storage. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Let's dig in for some dinner. Oh yeah.